Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin our ceremony shortly, but before that, we will play a video for safety reminders.
欢迎莅临台北国际会议中心，在此为您说明馆内的安全逃生须知以及进场注意事项。遇到火灾或地震等紧急事故时，不要惊慌，请从最靠近您的出口，依照出口标示灯或工作人员指引方向，由安全梯疏散，千万不要搭乘电梯哦。馆内禁止吸烟，禁止饮食。为避免影响活动或演出的进行，请您将手机改为静音或关机。未经主办单位同意，请勿擅自摄影、录音以及拍照。离开时，也请您随手带走垃圾。馆内设有医护站、挤乳室以及无障碍设施，如有需要，请洽工作人员。节目即将开始喽！再次感谢您莅临台北国际会议中心。
Thank you. All right. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to ICQCC 2025 Taipei. ICQCC, International Conventions on Quality Control Circles, started in 1978. For the past half century, we have been promoting the idea of quality control all over the world and become the platform for thought exchanges and learning. And this year, our theme has been set as continuing implementation of QCC activities, moving towards a brighter future of the world. And for this theme, we have invited the guests from different countries and regions. Through your learning, thought exchanges, and observations of the peers, we would like to promote a better future for tomorrow and the sustainability of this field. Now, let's welcome PQCRC, the president, Mr. Ye Sishui, to give us the opening remarks. Please.
尊敬的周处长，各位尊敬的各位来宾，各位来自全世界各地的品管圈圈员朋友们，大家早安，大家好。今天我们怀着无比喜悦与感恩的心情，在台北共同迎接第50届国际品管圈大会，我们将盛大的开幕。首先，我要诚挚的感谢来自超过16个国家的代表前来共襄盛举，你们的热情与行动力，正是 ICQCC 能够延续半个世纪、持续茁壮力量的来源。
Good morning, distinguished guests, friends, and members of QC circles from different parts of the world. With great joy and gratitude, we gather here in Taipei to celebrate the grand opening of the 50th International Convention on Quality Control Circles, ICQCC. First, my sincere thanks to the delegations from more than 16 countries and regions for being here with us today. Your enthusiasm and action are what have allowed ICQCC to thrive and grow for the past half century.
回顾1976年 ICQC 的诞生是一个愿景，让不同的国家品质专家和现场人员相互学习，分享实践的经验，推动由下而上的品质文化。品管圈活动推动初期，我们发现每一个基层员工的经验 跟专业是非常宝贵而且有价值的。他们的经验对改善的过程有非常大的贡献。石川新博士，就创造了品管圈活动这个活动。
Looking back to 1976, ICQCC was born from a vision to enable quality experts and frontline personnel from different countries to learn from one another, share practical experience, and promote a bottom-up culture of quality pursuit. In the early days of quality circle promotion, we discovered that every frontline employee's experience and expertise were valuable and made a real contribution to improvement. That's how Mr. Ishikawa has founded this quality circle movement, and that's how it was created.
如果能让每一位基层员工都参与改善，分享智慧，让品质成为全员的责任与荣耀，那不管对员工本身或对企业来说，真有太大的意义了。我们相信，品质不是管理工具，是一种信念。当每一个人都愿意改善一点点，小小的改善会累积成大善，世界因此而有善的变化。这也就是 ICQCC 的愿景。
When every frontline employee can take part in the improvement and share his or her wisdom, and when quality becomes everybody's responsibility and pride, that is deeply meaningful for individuals and their organizations. We believe quality is not only a management tool, but a conviction. When everyone improves just a little bit, small improvements add up to big ones, and the world changes for the better. This is also ICQCC's vision.
从1976年开始 ，ICQCC 走过了半世纪的历程，从亚洲出发，遍布全球，从工厂现场延伸到教育、医疗服务与公共部门。每一届的大会都代表一个 CCM 组织、一群团队的努力，也记录了品质文化如何的持续与传承与深化。
Since 1978, ICQCC has traveled half a century, from Asia to the world, and from factory floors to education, healthcare, services, and the public sector. Every convention represents the dedication of a CCM organization and many teams. And it records how a culture of quality continues to be passed on to the future and deepened.
50年前，或许没有人能想到，这个小小的改善圈，有一天能够连结全球，跨越文化与语言，成为推动世界品质的共同力量。品管圈活动在各个领域，无论是传统制造、科技业、医疗机构或服务业，都发挥了相当大的贡献。50年来，每一届国际品管圈的努力，都书写了品质提升的历史。
50 years ago, few could have imagined that a small improvement circle would one day connect the globe, going beyond cultures and languages, and becomes a shared force advancing quality worldwide. Across many fields, covering traditional manufacturing, technology, medical institutions, and services, quality circle activities have made substantial contributions. Over the past 50 years, each ICQCC has helped write the history of quality enhancement.
今天我们庆祝的不只是时间的累积，更是信念的延续。持续改善的精神，永远是各产业发展 进步的核心力量。本人亲自经历了 ICQCC 创始人石川新博士、钟朝忠教授的指导，以及见证了这50年的历史。至今最感动的不是 ICQCC 举办了多少次，影响了多少组织，而是看到一代又一代的品管圈员们用相同的热情与创意去改变他们的世界。
Today, we celebrate not only the passage of time, but also the continuity of conviction. The spirit of continuous improvement is always the core driving force behind industry development and progress. I have personally learned from ICQCC founders, Dr. Ishikawa and Professor Zhong Chaosong, and witnessed these 50 years of history. What moves me the most is not just how many times ICQCC has been held, or how many organizations it has influenced, but seeing generation after generation of Quality Circle members change their world with the same passion and creativity.
2025年，我们在此庆祝这半个世纪的里程碑。这不仅是对过去的致敬，更是对未来的承诺。持续改善，永续创新，共荣共进。我们衷心期盼本次大会能够更多的灵感，做相互的交流的起点，让我们携手迈向下一个50年，持续发挥品管圈活动的精神，推动品质创新永续的全球愿景。
In 2025, we celebrate this half-century milestone here. It is not only a tribute to the past, but also a commitment to the future. The commitment to continuous improvement, sustainable innovation, and shared prosperity. I sincerely hope this convention will become a starting point for more inspiration and exchange. Let us join hands for the next 50 years, continuing the spirit of quality circles and advancing our global vision of quality, innovation, and sustainability.
最后，我要感谢所有参与这段旅程的伙伴，感谢每一位品管圈圈员的坚持，感谢各推动组织的奉献，感谢各位嘉宾对品质活动的支持与信任，让我们一起持续推动品管圈活动，迈向光明的未来。谢谢大家。
Finally, I would like to thank everyone who has been part of this journey. Dear Quality Circle members, thank you for your perseverance. And this gratitude also goes to every promoting organizations for your dedication, and every guest for your support and trust in quality activities. Let us continue implementing ICQCC and QCC activities and move toward a brighter future of the world. Thank you very much. Thank you, President Ye, for your opening remarks. Next, many of you might know that ICQCC was founded by 3 founders. Dr. Ishikawa from Japan, and Chao Jung-wan from Korea, and also Professor Zhong Chaosong, the previous president of PQCRA in Taiwan. Professor Zhong cannot be with us today. However, he would like to give his blessings and good hopes for the event today. So now, let's welcome the video and blessing remarks from Dr. Zhong Chaosong.
大家好，祝2025年第50届 ICQCC 品管圈大会圆满成功。
Dr. Zhong Caosong wishes us a great success of this event at ICQCC Taipei 2025. Next, we would like to invite Mr. Zhou Yuxin, Deputy Director General from the Industrial Development Administration under the Ministry of Economic Affairs, to come to the stage for a few words.
今天的大会主席，先锋品质管制学术研究基金会叶思水董事长，以及在座来自不同国家的各位贵宾、企业先进，大家早安，大家好。
Good morning to all, and especially the President of PQCRA and President Ye and all the honorable guests. Welcome to the event today. Good morning.
今天非常荣幸受邀出席由先锋品质管制学术研究基金会所举办的2025年国际品管圈大会。这是一个象征品质精神及持续改善文化的重要盛会，也是一个凝聚亚洲产业能量、共同推动卓越管理的舞台。
It's a great honor to be invited to attend the International Quality Circle Convention 2025, hosted by the Pioneer Quality Control Academic Research Foundation. This is an important event that symbolizes the spirit of quality, the culture of continuous improvement, and a stage for uniting the energy of Asian industries to jointly promote excellent management.
日本、台湾及韩国为了促进品管技术的均衡发展，协议每年定期轮流主办全国品管圈大会。今年则是台湾第7次担任主办单位，并有国内34个机构团体参加品质改善相关成果的发表，其中包含了统一企业、华邦电子等制造业，以及慈济医院、奇美医院等医疗院所，期望透过全员参与、持续改善的交流活动，进行跨产业及跨国界的学习与分享，提升企业解决问题的能力，并以品质管理为基础，推动台湾产业迈向数位化、智慧化的转型方向。
To promote the balanced development of quality control techniques, Japan, Taiwan, and South Korea have agreed to take turns hosting the National Quality Control Circle Convention annually. This year marks the 7th time Taiwan has hosted the event, with 34 domestic organizations and groups participating and presenting their quality improvement achievements. These include manufacturing companies such as Uni-President Enterprises and Wingbound Electronics, as well as medical institutions such as慈济Hospital and Chimei Hospital. The aim is to facilitate cross-industry and cross-border learning, and also sharing through exchanges focused on total participation and continuous improvement, thereby enhancing companies' problem-solving capabilities and laying a foundation for quality management. This will drive Taiwan's industries towards digital and intelligent transformation.
品管圈不只是一种品质管理的工具，更是一种以人为本的组织文化。透过标准化流程与跨部门的合作，建立稳定且可持续改善的品质文化，并鼓励员工主动发现问题，提出改善方案。透过团队合作与沟通，激励员工的创意与责任感。品管圈活动是简单又有效的工具，这种由下而上的力量，正是企业持续改善与永续成长的关键，有助于企业提升品质与效率， 降低成本、增强竞争力，期望借由本次活动能启发团队更多的潜能，让持续改善成为日常的习惯，改善工作流程，提升产品品质。
Quality control circles, QCCs, are not just a quality management tool, but also a people-centric organization culture. Through standardized processes and cross-departmental collaboration, QCCs establish a stable and sustainable quality culture, encouraging employees to proactively identify problems and propose improvement solutions. Through teamwork and communication, QCCs stimulate employees' creativity and responsibility. QCC activities are a simple yet effective tool. This bottom-up approach is key to continuous improvement and sustainable growth for businesses, helping them improve quality and efficiency, reduce costs, and enhance competitiveness. These activities aim to inspire the team to reach their full potential, making continuous improvement as a daily habit, improving work processes, and enhancing product quality.
经济部为了鼓励国内业者改善经营管理的品质，自1990年起推动国家品质奖，并对于品质的概念，已由单纯产品的品质管理，转向重视企业整体经营品质。当然，品管圈也在其中扮演了相当重要的角色。国家品质奖透过公开表扬的方式，树立标杆学习的楷模，引导各界落实高阶领导、全员参与、持续改善、追求卓越的核心精神，提升我国整体产业的经营品质。截至目前为止，已经有185个企业、团体或者是个人获奖。
To encourage Taiwanese business to improve their operational and management quality, the Ministry of Economic Affairs launched the National Quality Award in 1990. The concept of quality has expanded beyond product quality management to encompass the overall operational quality of enterprises, with quality control circles playing a crucial role. The National Quality Award, through public recognition, establish benchmarks and role models, guiding all sectors to implement the core principles of high-level leadership, full participation, continuous improvement, and pursuit of excellence, thereby enhancing the overall operating quality of Taiwanese industry. Today, 185 enterprises, organizations, and individuals have received this award.
为了协助国内企业了解政府的辅导资源，提高自身的经营品质，经济部特别设立了产业竞争力发展中心，每年会诊了超过160项横跨不同部会的政府资源。辅导内容包含生产管理、品质管理、市场行销、研发创新及财务管理等多元面向，来提供企业做参考使用。
To assist domestic enterprises in understanding government guidance, resources, and in improving their operational quality, the Ministry of Economic Affairs has established the Industrial Competitiveness Development Center. Each year, the center compiles over 160 government resources across various departments, providing guidance on a diverse range of areas, including production management, quality management, marketing, R&D, and innovation, and financial management for enterprises to make references and adoption.
最后，我要感谢先锋品质管制学术研究基金会多年来在品质管制上推动上的一些努力，也感谢所有企业与评审委员的付出， 因为大家共同的努力，台湾企业才能持续在国际舞台上展现竞争力。那我也预祝今天的活动圆满顺利，并祝大家身体健康，万事如意。谢谢大家。
Finally, I would like to thank the Pioneer Quality Control Academic Research Foundation for its years of efforts in promoting quality, and also thank all the companies and review committee members for their contributions. It is because of everyone's joint efforts that Taiwanese companies can continue to demonstrate their competitiveness on the international stage. I wish this event a complete success, and I wish everyone good health and all the best. Thank you all. And please stay, all right? And thank you for the encouraging words. And now we would like to invite the honorable guests to come to the stage and hold the opening ceremony of ICQCC 2025. I'm going to read all the names of the guests. Please come to the stage. PQCRA 董事长 President 叶思水 Vice President 叶瑞哲 JUSE Mr. Shinichi Sasaki Veteran Hospital Superintendent Vice Superintendent 李伟强 BSTQM Mr. Bashar Karol QPAP Mr. Ramon Navarrete QCFI Mr. DK Srivastava JUSE Mr. Masato Onadera IQMA Mr. Idaris Danaharta QCHQ Ms. Saisuwat Carol KSA Mr. Kyung Jun Lee SLAAP Ms. Surani Shamali Diaz SPA Ms. Lydia Go. Please come to the stage. And Tina Zhou, please also come to the stage as the great facilitator for this event. Now, let's witness the activation moment of ICQCC 2025 Taipei. Representing quality innovation, but also foreseeing the great opening page of ICQCC 2025. We will take the photo moment right now and to celebrate the opening of this event. Thank you very much. Okay, we will take the first picture. All right, thank you very much. Enjoy this moment together. Okay, now is the moment to open the bottles and okay, then pour the bottles, please. Yeah. Then the letters will show. Let's celebrate this moment together. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you all for all the guests. Now, please return to your seat and our ceremony will continue. Thank you very much. One more picture. Thank you very much. More picture moments. Okay, now is the time, please. Yeah, look at the camera. Thank you. Yes. Bravo. Okay, hold up your bottles, please. All right. Give us thumb up. A thumb up. All right, thank you very much. This time is for real. Thank you. Please return your seat and our ceremony will continue.
Next, we will have the first keynote speech. Let's welcome Mr. Shinichi Sasaki, the president of JUSC.
皆さんおはようございます。
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
ただいまご紹介をいただきました、JSQ 日本科学技術連盟の佐々木でございます。
Thank you for the introduction. My name is Sasaki.
本日は、この大変素晴らしい大会 ICQCC2025 年、台北、に、お招きいただき、お話をさせていただく機会をいただきまして、大変、光栄に、存じております。また、この大会がですね、主催の皆様方の大変なご努力によって、このように盛大に開催にこぎつけられたことに、心よりお祝いを申し上げたいと思います。
It's my great honor to be here to deliver the keynote speech today on ICQCC 2025 here in Taipei. I'd also like to thank and congratulate the organizer, PQCRA, Association of Pioneer Quality Control Research, for hosting this grand conference.
スライドをお願いします。私は、1946年、日本の、本州にあります秋田県秋田市というところで生まれました。秋田はですね、本州の東北に位置しまして、緑豊かなお米がたくさん取れるところでございます。冬になると雪がいっぱい降る、いわゆる雪国というところで生まれました。ここに写しました写真はですね、私が生まれてすぐ3歳上の姉と写したものでございます。どうでしょう、皆さん可愛かったでしょうというふうに言うために写したわけではございません。ご覧になっている0歳児の時の私がですね、79年間の年を経るとこう変わっちゃうということを皆さんに実感していただくためにこの写真をお見せしました。
I was born in Akita City in 1946. Akita is a very green area in the Tohoku region of Honshu, Japan, and it's a snowy land that gets a lot of snow in the winter. Here I'm showing this photo as me as a newborn baby with my older sister who was 3. Do you think I was cute? I am not showing this to say how cute I was, but for you to realize how much difference time can make, like turning this baby into the old man you see here.
一日一日の成長といいますか変化はほとんど感じ取ることができません。しかし79年、約2万9000日、少しずつ変わってきたこの集積がですね、この大きな変化に変わるわけであります。会社における改善活動もこれと同じだと思います。決して大きくない改善でもですね、常に改善をし続けて、長い間これを続けることによって大きな改善に結びつくわけであります。ただ人間はですね、DNA の働きでほっといても日々成長したり、この年になると日々劣化を始めます。どうでしょう、皆様方のお会社は誰かがですね、その DNA の働きをしないと変わりません。まさに今日ここにお見えになる皆様方が DNA の役割を皆様方のお会社の中で果たして日々改善を続けられることによって皆様方のお会社の発展改善に大きな成果を上げるというふうに思います。ぜひ頑張っていただきたいと思います。
So we don't pay attention to day-to-day changes, but when those tiny continuous changes build up over 79 years, equal to 29,000 days, they create massive transformation. So it's the same for the improvement work companies do. We have to stick with it, to pay continuously effort, believing that even small improvement, if we keep doing it, will lead to incredible results. Changes in human bodies are driven by DNA in a natural way. However, for organizations, someone has to take the role of DNA to pursue continuous improvement. That's why I believe all of you here today, by taking on the mission and the role of DNA in your companies, will become a huge driving force for your organization's growth.
私は1970年にトヨタ自動車に入社をいたしました。最初の15年は工場の品質管理部というところで完成車両の出荷品質の保証、改善、品質向上のための工程の整備という仕事に就きました。次の15年は本社の品質保証部というところで車両の市場における品質問題の解決、また次の新型車両に向けてお客様のニーズをいかに新しい車に織り込むかという仕事を続けてまいりました。2001年に役員になりました以降もですね、品質保証やサービスといった品質に関わる仕事を今日まで55年間続けてまいりました。2014年からは今、私が理事長を務めております日本科学技術連盟に入りまして、理事長職を続けております。今日はですね、私がトヨタと、それから日本科学技術連盟で、取り組んできました品質のお話をさせていただきたいと思います。
I joined Toyota Motor in 1970 and spent the first 15 years in the factory's quality control team to ensure the cars we shipped were in good quality, also to improve the production process. For the next 15 years, I worked at the head office in quality assurance, dealing with quality problems, coming up with preventive measures, and incorporating customer demands in our new car designs. I led the quality team for a long time, even after becoming a board member. So you could say that I've been involved with Toyota's quality improvement activities for 55 years up to date. Since 2014, I've also served as the president and CEO of the Union of Japanese Scientists and Engineers, aka JUSE. Today, I'd like to share some of my experience about quality at Toyota and JUSE.
品質管理に日々熱心に取り組んでおられます皆様方にこんな質問をするのは大変失礼かと思いますけれども、皆さん、品質は何でしょうか？品質とは何でしょうか？私ども日本の品質管理学会の定義によれば、品質とは社会やお客様のニーズを満たす度合いというふうに定義されております。すなわち、一旦確立した品質も社会やお客様のニーズが高くなったり、いや別のものが必要だというふうに変化すれば、その品質は劣化をしてしまうということだと思います。
Though all of you here are experts in quality control, but allow me to ask you a question here. What does quality mean? What is the definition of quality? According to the Japanese Society for Quality Control, Quality is defined as how well we meet the needs of society and customers. In other words, when the needs of society and customers changes or grow higher, the concept and the idea of good or bad quality would changes as well.
皆さん、このグラフをご覧いただきたいと思います。このグラフは、著名な日本の加納博士が考案をした加納モデルという品質が時とともに変わってしまうという姿を表したものでございます。すなわち、ピンク、一番上にあるピンクの線、これはですね、まず縦軸はお客様の満足度、上に行くほど高い。それから横軸は、これは製品の持つ機能、それからサービスの持つ機能性能の良さ、充足度を示します。右に行くほど充足度が高い。つまり、お客様満足と製品、サービスの持つ機能性能の関係を示したものであります。まず一番上のピンクの線は、魅力的品質と言います。機能がさほど高くなくてもお客様の満足度は高い。次のブルーの線は、製品の機能性能が悪ければお客さんの満足度低い、製品の機能性能が高ければお客様満足度が高いという、ごく当たり前の、これは一元的品質と呼びます。一番下の、緑の線はですね、どんなに機能性能が良くてもお客様はさほど満足しないと、こういう状態を、表します。
So, this chart is the famous Kano model proposed by Dr. Kano. It shows how people's perception of good quality changes over time. As you can see, the vertical axis stands for customer satisfaction. The higher refers to the higher satisfaction. And the horizontal axis stands for how good the function is. So when you go to the right, it means that the functions are better. Also, we can see three different lines in different colors here. For the red or to say the pink one, it stands for attractive quality. When attractive quality is high, even the functions are limited, customers would be happy. And as time goes by, it will move to the blue line, which is the performance quality, where customers gain higher satisfaction with better functions. And finally, it will enter to the basic quality, which is the green line, when no matter how many or how much functions you put into the product, it would be more difficult for the customers to feel happy.
そんなことあるかという思いが多分疑問に思われると思います。例えばですね、自動車にカーナビゲーションという機能があります。多分皆さんもお使いになっていると思います。カーナビゲーションは1980年代に車に搭載をされ始めました。当初はですね、位置情報をコンパスとジャイロというメカニズムで処理をしておりました。今のように人工衛星 GPS で位置を検知するというものではなく、機能的には非常に稚拙な構造でしたので、道を走っているつもりがいつの間にか海の中を走ったり、田んぼの中を走ったり、こういう機能性能でしたけれども、お客様はですね、大満足なんです。見てくれと、僕の車にはカーナビがついてるぜと、自慢をするわけですね。そのうちに、GPS を使った新しい仕組みが導入されますと、機能性の精度が高いのは当たり前、他に高性能なものが、付け加わる。つまり充足度が高くなると満足するけど、機能性能の充足度が低くなると お客さんが不満に思うと、一元的な品質に変わってきました。今はどうでしょう。若い方はカーナビゲーションなんてもういらない。スマートフォンの Google マップでナビゲーションをすればその方が便利だ。もうカーナビはいらない。つまり残念ながらこのカーナビゲーションは今やグリーンの線、当たり前の品質ということになる。いくら高性能、高機能を測っても全く無駄ということになったわけであります。すなわち企業は自社の製品やサービスを常にこの魅力的品質なものに引き上げるという、活動が必要だということであります。この品質を常にお客様のニーズに合わせて高めていく経営、これを品質経営と、私どもは呼んで、ぜひ、実行していただきたいということで活動を進めております。
For your better understanding, let me give you an example. So when car navigation systems first came out in the 1980s, they were only a combination of gyro and compass. So unlike the satellite GPS today, the technology was clumsy with poor accuracy and guided drivers into a wrong way, like into the sea. But customers were thrilled and loved to showing them off. That was attractive quality. As time goes by, the technology improved, so people started to ask for performance quality. Underperforming products caused complaint, and outperforming ones made customers happy. And then nowadays, it's turning into basic quality, which is the green line in the Kano model, because Google Maps has replaced built-in GPS systems, so any effort to improve the GPS system would be useless. This story tells us that all the companies need to pay constant effort to maintain the attractive quality in their business, products, and services, which is what we call quality management.
1946年、くしくも私との生まれた年でありますが、日本科学技術連盟が大学の先生方を中心に、意欲のある企業の経営者が集まって、設立をされました。科学的な品質管理の手法、SQC、TQC、これを活用して品質の改善を中心にして、第二次世界大戦で壊滅的に第二次世界大戦の敗戦により壊滅的なダメージを負った日本の産業界を立て直そうという活動を始めました。天然資源の乏しい日本ではですね、製品の品質、それから性能、これを高めて海外に買っていただいて、それで経済を立て直す、その道しかないということで活動を始めました。1950年には当時はですね、アメリカが品質管理の先進国と言われておりました。そこからデミング博士とデュラン博士というお二人の品質管理の先生を日本に招聘し、経営者から実務担当者まで一生懸命勉強をさせていただきました。現在、デミング賞という賞を運営しておりますが、これは低 QM で経営の改善に成功した企業を表彰する制度でございます。デミング博士のご功績を たたえ、長くその記憶に残そうということで、日本科学技術連盟が中心になって作り上げた仕組みでございます。
In 1946, Union of Japanese Scientists and Engineers, JUSE, was founded by university professors and forward-thinking business leaders. It focused on quality improvement with scientific methods like SQC and TQC, aiming to revive the Japanese industries devastated by the Second World War. Considering that Japan is a country lack of natural resources, the only possible way was to export high-quality products to the other part of the world. In 1950, as the quality expert, Dr. Deming and Dr. Duran was invited from the US to introduce the statist-based scientific quality control method, which is SQC, and the quality improvement approach of TQC, which later became TQM. Everyone from business leaders to factory staffs studied and worked together on quality management. In memory of Dr. Deming's contribution, JUSE has established Deming Awards to praise companies which successfully improved their business by TQM method under his name.
製造業を中心に、TQC、活動をですね、頑張った結果、海外のお客様にも日本の製品は大変素晴らしい、性能もいい、品質もいいというふうに認められるようになりました。おかげをもちまして、日本産業は高度成長の道を歩むことができました。1980年にはですね、ここに書いてあるようなその赤いブックレットですが、ジャパンアズナンバーワンというふうに言われるほどになったわけであります。この本は、米国の商務省が発行したといいますか、編集をしたもので、日本にできてなぜアメリカの企業はできないのかと、日本の成功は何が要因なのかということを分析した本であります。
Since then, Japanese manufacturers pushed hard with TQC and built a solid reputation for made-in-Japan quality in global markets, which led Japan to a period of rapid economic growth. By the 1980s, a book was published titled as Japan as Number One, as you can see here, with a red cover. This is a book published by the U.S. Department of Commerce, analyzed Japan's success, essentially asking, why can Japan do this and America cannot?
しかしですね、この大きな成功は、その陰で、密かに、進んでおりました、経済環境の変化、経営環境の変化を見過ごすもとになってしまいました。つまり、新興国といわれる国々の工業力の生産、効率が格段に、向上した。それから、急速な進化を遂げたいわゆる IT、情報技術をこれをよその国では、生産性の向上に使って大きく生産性を向上させ始めた。さらにお客様のニーズが、物質的な充足度からどちらか言えば精神的な満足度、精神的なものに変わってきたということを見逃したということでございます。
However, this huge success also made us blind to some critical changes in the business world, such as the rise of emerging countries, the fact that some countries are improving their productivity through IT revolution, and the customer mindset starting to change from pursuing the product itself, but to a better user experience.
1992年に日本の経済は土地バブル経済の破綻という場面を迎えまし この破綻をきっかけに、多くの企業経営者がこの環境変化に気がついて、対応を図ったわけでありますが、その対応は大きく3つに分かれました。第一のグループは、的確にお客様や社会のニーズの変化を捉えて、自社の業務改革を推進したと。2番目のグループは、それまでの成功を過信をして、さらに製品サービスの機能性能を高める、品質を向上させる、今までの延長線上で頑張ると、こういうグループでございました。3番目のグループは、何か変革をしなければいけないというふうに感じてはいたんですけれども、大変厳しい経営環境の中で、その日その日の仕事をやりきることが精一杯、とても事業改革に手をつけることができないと、じりじり、企業の体力が落ちてきてしまったと、こういう3つのグループに分かれました。とりわけ第2のグループはですね、その後、日本の製品がガラパゴス化という、いわゆる特殊な進化を遂げた、いいものだけど、お客様買いたくないという、そのお客様ニーズとのミスマッチを起こす、大きな原因となりました。
In 1992, the real estate bubble burst in Japan. That was when the time many business leaders started to notice the changes in the business world. But their response was all over the place. There were mainly three types of reactions. First, some companies successfully transformed their business to grab the new customer needs. The second type over-relied on past success and tried to pursue better product features and quality even more. The third type saw the needs for changes but were too busy to make ends meet and consequently fell into a gradual decline. Particularly, the second type of companies are the so-called Galapagos syndrome, means they made good products that didn't sell because they do not meet what customers need.
このような、多くの経営環境の変化があったわけでありますが、その中でも、特にお客様のニーズが物質的な充足度から精神的な満足度に変化をしたということへの対応の遅れ、これが大きく影響して、日本産業全体として国際競争力をじりじりと低下させてしまう結果となりました。その中でもですね、品質を工程で作り込もうという、いわゆる、TQC の、精神、これをですね、自公定完結といったような新しい、手法を、開発して実践して、磨き上げた日本の製品やサービスの品質に対する評価は、依然として、高い、ポジションを維持できることができました。このことが唯一今後、日本の産業が復興する時のアドバンテージになると考えております。日本の産業競争力向上を使命として設立をされました日本科学技術連盟としても、この対応遅れを何とかしなければいけないということで、この挽回に向けて、2016年から、品質経営懇話会、品質経営研究会というものを立ち上げ、さらに年に2回行われます品質管理のシンポジウムにおいて、新しい、お客様のニーズに、対応した、事業変革 どう進めるかという手段について、検討を、継続をしております。
Our slow response to the changing customer needs from product itself to the user experience made a huge impact on weakening the international competitiveness of the entire Japanese industry. Luckily, by utilizing the new methods such as JKK, Japan was able to ensure quality through scientific approaches. The quality of Japanese product and services is still highly regarded. This reputation is a big advantage for our future recovery. To make up for this slow response and fulfill our mission to boost Japan's industry, JUSEI started the Quality Management Discussion Group and Study Group in 2016. We held quality control symposiums twice in a year to look into the new methods to continuously respond to customers' needs.
今JKK という皆さんにとって何かちょっと耳慣れないといいますか、そういう言葉を使ってしまいました。これは品相乗の仕組みでありますので、少し時間をいただいて説明をさせていただきたいと思います。JKK はですね、私が部長の時代に、日本の車両製造工場で、製品品質の維持向上といいますかのために、考え出した品質をしっかり工程で作り込むというための科学的アプローチの考え方であります。つまりトヨタ生産方式では自動化という何か生産活動に異常があったら直ちに生産を止めて原因を追求してそれを取り除いてから生産を再開すると、つまりまさに品質は工程で作り込むという活動そのものを示すものであります。最初はですね、製造現場だけでこの活動をしたんですけれども、2007年にはですね、そのトヨタ生産方式 TPS をオフィス業務にも適用しようということが始まりましたので、この JKK をオフィス業務にも横転をするという活動を始めました。
I just mentioned about a quality assurance method called JKK, sometimes translated as self-process completion. Some of you may find it unfamiliar, so please let me explain it more. JKK is a production method adopted by Toyota in 1996 to improve production quality in our factory by the time I was the department head. By using scientific approaches to stop production whenever problem occurred to identify the cause and do corrections, the Jidoka technology was the key element to quality assurance in the Toyota production systems, TPS. In the beginning, JKK was used mainly on the production site, and later in 2007, it was further adopted in offices as well as along with the TPS.
このスライドの左半分に、ご注目ください。自工程完結 JKK はこの、5つのステップで仕事の品質を向上させ、品質を工程で作り込む、これを実現するための仕組みであります。第1のステップは仕事の目的目標を正しく設定するということであります。第2のステップは目的目標を達成するために部署間の連携を調整した業務プロセスの設計をするということで、右上のいわゆる業務フローみたいな絵が描いてありますが、これがまさにプロセスの設計ということであります。3番目のステップは各プロセスの完了時、これはいつ 終わらなきゃいけないか、つまり完了のタイミングと、それから完了した暁に出てくるアウトプット、仕事の成果のクオリティ、どの程度正しいものをそのプロセスで作り込まなきゃいけないか、それをですね、関係部署間で合意を取るというのが3番目のステップであります。4番目は各プロセス、この四角が一つがプロセスと考えるんですけど、その中に含まれる業務要素、いろいろな業務要素が組み合わさって一つの仕事が、プロセスが完了すると。その業務要素に分解をすると。なぜ分解をするかというと、その次の個々の業務要素に対し、それを正しく実行するための条件、良品条件と呼んでおりますけれども、これを整備するということでございます。以上の5つのステップで構成された品質の工程での作り込み、これを JKK と呼んでおります。製造現場の JKK ではですね、1番から3番のステップは、これは設計ですとか生産技術ですとか品質保証、こういう会社の中の役割を持った人が担います。製造現場でやるべき仕事はステップ4と5になります。オフィス業務のJKK においては、1から5までのステップをすべて事務所でやるということになります。そこが少し進め方で違うところであります。
As you can see, JKK is designed to build quality into the process itself and consists of 5 steps. First, set up objectives. Second, design the work process between relevant departments to achieve the goals. Third, reach consensus on the schedule and quality standards of the output between relevant departments. Fourth, identify the work element for each work process. Fifth, establish condition for good output to perform the work process properly. On the production side, steps 1 to 3 usually involve the R&D and quality assurance team, and the production team take over on step 4 and 5. However, when being used in office, all 5 steps usually has to be completed within the same team.
JKK は品質を工程で作り込む、これの手段だというふうに申し上げました。なぜ品質は工程で作り込まなきゃいけないんでしょうか。それを検査で保証するという保証の仕方と、工程で保証するという保証の仕方をこの比べた表が今ご覧のスライドであります。検査での品質保証、それはいいところもあるんですけれども、まず不良発生をさせてしまうと、それを手直しをしたり、ものによってはその製品を廃棄しなければいけない、そういうことによる損失が発生をします。保証度もですね、検査したときはいいけれども、形時変化によって何かが悪くなるんじゃないかっていう、その形時劣化のようなものは保証しにくいという、検査保証の少し不利な点がございます。品質の工程保証というのは技術的に難しいというその、困難さを伴いますけれども、これをきちんとやりきればですね、働く人の働きがい、つまり自分が仕事をやった挙句に検査からこれはダメだよと言われてがっかりするということはないです。そういうことでやりがいも向上しますし、先ほど申し上げたちゃんと設計の狙い通りにものを作るということによって形時的な劣化というものも防止できる、そういう信頼度が上がるというメリットがあります。 2000年にかけまして、この手法は標準化をされました。JKK はトヨタおよびトヨタグループ、また仕入れ先の皆さんへと展開を進め、今、成果を上げつつあります。先ほど述べたように、2007年以降は、オフィス業務への展開をしました。新たなお客様のニーズの対応のための、オフィスワーカーの仕事が増えるわけでありますが、このオフィスワーカーの生産性向上にも大変貢献をいたしております。
This table shows why JKK is important in quality assurance. Traditionally, we do inspection for quality assurance, but there are several downsides, including we create more waste and scrapes due to reworking or discarding defective items. And it's also difficult to identify problems that develop over time by inspection. Although it's technically challenging, if we can build quality within the work process with JKK, not only can we eliminate waste, but also we can boost the motivation and morale of our employees by improving their production quality. In 2000, this method became a standard in Toyota. The JKK system has been successfully rolled out and is showing positive results across Toyota, Toyota Group, and its suppliers. Also, in 2007, this method was further adopted by back office to improve productivity in responding to the new customer needs.
それでは話を戻します。20世紀はですね、科学技術の進化により、産業革命とかですね、特に電気電子技術の発達による、生産性の向上が目覚ましいものがありました。物質的充足度が飛躍的に進んだという時代でございます。欧米を中心にですね、物質的には過剰消費と呼ばれるような状態となりました。これ以上欲しいものが何もないよという心理、お客様の心の動きが生まれてまいりました。先ほども申し上げた可能モデルで言いますと、物質的な充足度というのはもはや当たり前の品質、もうこれ以上物質的な充足度を上げても誰も喜ばない。こういうことになってしまったと言えます。
Now let's return to our main discussion. The 20th century was a time when we can get almost everything we want easier than ever. Thanks to the Industrial Revolution, progress in science and electronic technologies that significantly boost our productivity. Some countries, particularly in Europe and the US, reached a state of overconsumption, creating a customer mindset where people felt they couldn't find anything else they really wanted. This can also be referred to the basic quality stage in Keynote model.
20世紀後半になりますと、情報通信や情報処理の技術が格段に進化をいたしました。人々は大量の情報をたやすく入手できることができるようになりました。物質的充足を追い求めていた人たちにとって新たな興味の中心、つまり情報で見聞きした、それは単なる情報で見聞きしたところに行って実際に私がそこで経験をしたい、旅に出たい、あれも見たい、あれもやりたい、こういうお客様の、精神的な満足度を追い求めるというふうに変わってきた。これはごく自然のこの変化であると思います。さらに最近ではですね、仮想空間といいますか、サイバー空間で疑似体験、いろいろな体験を疑似体験ができるというような 仕組みもですね、どんどん提供されるようになってきて、ますますそのお客様が精神的な満足を求める、そちらに、ニーズを移してきたということが、明確になってまいりました。
On top of that, in the late 20th century, information and communication technologies allowed people to access huge amounts of information. Naturally, customers who had previously looked for material fulfillment become more interested in gaining information and pursuing spiritual satisfaction through experience. And the service that offer virtual experience for people to feel as if they are actually on the spot are accelerating this trend as well.
この、お客様の、精神的な満足度を獲得するという、企業の活動がですね、変わってきたわけであります。従来はですね、高機能で高品質な製品を提供すれば終わっていた、そこで企業の責任は完了していたわけでありますが、お客様の経験価値を保証するということは、その提供した製品やサービスをお客様が使って、本当にお客様が満足しているかどうか、そこまで企業は責任を持たなければいけないという時代になってきたわけであります。つまり、企業の役割が、お客様がその製品やサービスを使って本当に満足しているかどうかという、そのプロセス、お客様の満足を得るためのプロセスを提供する、そしてそのプロセスがうまくいかなかったときは何かを使って支援をする、そういう役割に変わってきました。つまり、価値が発生するポイントがですね、従来は自社の最終工程、物を作ったりサービスを提供する、こういうサービスをしますよっていう決めたところで、終わってたのが、ずっと後ろまで来て、お客様がそれを体験をして、よかったというふうに判断をする、そこまで企業の責任といいますか、価値の発生する、いわゆるバリューチェーンが伸びてきたというふうに、理解ができます。
Thus, the role of a company has changed from only making products with great features and high quality to offering added value with a better user experience through their product or service. In other words, the scope of quality assurance and management activities needs to be extended to cover the customer's behavior, which lead to the experience value.
お客様のその行動の結果によって生まれる価値というのはですね、非常にですね、保証が難しいといいますか、少なくとも検査で保証するような製品、完成品を検査してこれは大丈夫ですよといったような、検査で保証することができません。つまりお客様にお渡ししたこういうふうに製品やサービスを使うとこんないいことが起きますよというそのプロセスを提供しているわけですから、そのプロセスがいいか悪いか、つまりプロセス保証をしていかないと、品質が確保できないという特性がございます。でもう一つですね、お客様がその、プロセスを実行するわけでありますので、お客様のプロセスの遂行能力というものには随分差があります。またその結果、出た結果を判断するのもお客様ご自身の主観です。ですからこれもばらつきます。ですから製品の品質のように確率的にここまで作れば合格ですよといったそういう品質の作り込みができないわけであります。例えば申し上げますと、私もだいぶ年を取っておりますけれども、 一人前にスマートフォンを持って使っております。スマートフォンは大変高級な機種を持っておりますが、実はメールと電話とメールとあとフェイスブックぐらいの3つぐらいの機能しか使いこなせてません。同じものを子どもや孫が使ってますが、ありとあらゆる機能を使いこなしています。一方で、私は今のスマートフォンの性能で十分満足しています。ところが、あれだけ高機能のものを使っていながら、子どもや孫は、もっといいものが欲しい、もっと高機能のものが欲しいと言って、その製品、素晴らしいスマートフォンを使ったその経験価値にまだ不満を持っておるわけであります。そのくらいですね、人によって使い方も違うし、満足度も変わってくるということでございます。
However, we cannot expect the experience value because it is based on customers' behavior. What we can do is to ensure quality through process assurance. In order to improve the quality on the customer side, it is essential to adopt the idea of JKK, which is to build quality into the process. However, this creates an unstable and complex business environment because customers' perception or experience value can vary from person to person. Unlike the unified quality standard we use in the factory, their standards for rating the experience can be very different. For example, I personally are using a very high-spec smartphone, but I only use very few functions like calling someone or to send email, that's all. So I'm happy with the phone. However, for my children, my grandchildren, for those younger generation, they are more familiar with all the latest features on the smartphone. So sometimes, although they're already using a very good smartphone, they still feel not fully satisfied.
このような大変不安定で複雑なプロセスを管理するためにはですね、私どもでは従来 PDCA、プラン、ドゥ、チェック、アクション、こういうサイクルを回しながらその品質改善、プロセスの改善を図ってまいりましたけれども、今や、この PDCA だけでは足りずにですね、この左側に書きましたOODA、OODA という、これOODAループと言いますけれども、オブザーブ、観察、その結果をオリエント、理解する、それでディサイド、意思決定をする、何かアクションを決定する、で実際のアクションをする、OODA のループを回す、これが即断即決の対応ということになります。そのためにはですね、お客様の状態を常に観察できる仕組み、情報通信機能、高い性能のセンサー、こういうものを活用し、そのデータを即座に分析する、情報処理システム、AI、こういうものが、必要になってくるわけであります。つまり、DX、デジタルトランスフォーメーション、これを使いこなせる人材の確保が、肝要になってくるわけであります。ただ、間違えてはいけないのは、だからといってものづくりが必要なくなるわけではございません。お客様のその経験価値を生み出すために使われるハードウェア、これはますますですね、お客様ごとにカスタマイズした、ハードウェアが必要になってきますし、さらに、信頼性の向上、も必要になってくるわけであります。つまり ものづくりがなくなるわけではなくて、ものづくりの形態が少し変わります。ただ、それを使って得られるため、経験価値が良いものになるために、製品やサービス、ものづくり、そっちの方も、さらに工夫、新しいチャレンジが必要になるということであります。
To manage such unstable processes, the traditional PDCA cycle is no longer enough. We now need the ability to make rapid decisions and act immediately using the OODA loop, OODA, which stands for Observe, Orient, Decide, and Action. This requires the utilization of advanced communication and information processing technology, emphasizing the importance of acquiring real-time information and observation about our customers and highly demand on DX, digital transformation talent. But we must not make a mistake that this doesn't mean manufacturing is becoming unnecessary. It is just transforming into a different format. Our products are the hardware to create experience value, which varies from customer to customer. So there shall be higher demands for customization and higher reliability, as well as to extend the scope from the product itself to the service and the experience.
私が長い間働いております、自動車産業、自動車業界でも、自動車の昔は所有から、最近はその使用、車を使うというお客様の変化が起きております。高性能でかっこいい車が欲しいという画一的なお客様のニーズから何かをするために、こういう車が欲しい、たくさんの人と一緒に出かけるので大きなミニバンが欲しい、今日は楽しくドライブをしたいんでかっこいいスポーツカーで走ってみたい、体の不自由な方を乗せるために特別な仕掛けがついた車を欲しい、こういうようなですね、個別的なニーズに変わってきたわけであります。トヨタも当初は車を売る、というビジネスモデルでしたけれども、最近ではキントという、いわゆるサブスクリプション、仕様を提供するという事業に拡大をしてきております。これによってですね、多様なお客様の用途に合った多種類の自動車を作り分ける仕組みをさらに進化をさせなければいけなくなります。また、サブスクリプションに供される車両のいわゆる稼働率、これは一説によると約5倍から6倍に上がるというふうに言われております。つまり、耐久性、信頼性が一層、重要になってきているということと思います。
The automotive industry where I worked for a long time is now seeing a shift from car ownership to car rental. Customers used to have common demands for a cool, high-performance car, but now they want to be able to choose the best transportation way that fits a specific purpose. For example, for driving, they prefer sports car. For buying things, they may prefer minivan. And in order to support like disabled, they may need a barrier-free car, etc. Toyota's business model was initially based on selling cars, but in recent years, it's been expanding its business to provide rental cars through a subscription service called Keynote. To handle this change, we need to elevate the system for manufacturing a wide variety of vehicles tailored to the diverse customer uses. Since vehicles used for subscription that have significantly higher operating rate, there is also a strong demand for higher vehicle durability and reliability as well.
こういう自動車事業界全体に突きつけられた課題に対して、トヨタはどう対応しているかをご説明したいと思います。トヨタでは、車の種類を作り分けるために TNGA という考え方を、近年採用しております。トヨタニューグローバルアーキテクチャと呼んでおります。これは、車体、インテリア、原動力、足回り、こういった各ユニットを種類を絞ってベストな構造として開発をします。そしてそれらを組み合わせて多様化したお客様のニーズに合わせた車作りをするという方法でございます。こうすることで個別にたくさんの車を開発するというより、この組み合わせで効率的に種類を作り分ける、効果的な開発、性能の良い車作りができるようになります。
So let me introduce some of Toyota's initiatives. To address these changes, Toyota is now working on a method called TNGA, Toyota New Global Architecture. This approach involves streamlining the types of units for the body, interior, powertrain, and chassis, developing them into optimal structures, and then creating vehicles tailored to diversified customer needs through the combination of these units.
もう一つがですね、SDV という考え方でございます。ソフトウェアデファインドビークル。共通の電子プラットフォームの上に、多様なソフトウェアのアプリケーションを、付け替えることによって用途に合わせた機能を作り分ける、手法でございます。これも、多種多様な生産、のための大変重要な手法でございます。このように多種多様な生産をする工程管理、それから工程で起きる異常の発見には人の目で見るで判断するのは大変難しいということで AI の活用が検討され、すでに一部の工程の監視にはこの AI が活用をされ始めております。ハードウェアというのはその物理的な特性から刑事劣化が避けられません。耐久性や信頼性の強化は当然必要ですが、加えてですね、機能性能の劣化度を、検知して、深刻な事態に陥る前に適切な手当てができるような仕組みというのも必要になってきております。次お願いします。
Furthermore, Toyota also developed a platform called Software Defined Vehicle (SDV). By adding various software applications to a common platform, they are allowed to create different features customized to specific uses, thereby achieving high mix and low volume production. Just in that case, the process management can be more complicated, so it is essential to utilize the AI technology for process management. Regarding hardware, deterioration over time is unavoidable due to its physical nature. In order to strengthen the durability and reliability, we need a mechanism that can detect the degree of functional deterioration, which allows early intervention before a serious breakdown occurs.
そのためにトヨタだけではなくてですね、自動車各社はですね、OBD、オンボードダイアグノーシス、車自身が自身の、機能性能の作動を監視する仕組みです。これを備えて、ここで検知した作動状況を、高度な通信機能で、各社のサービスステーションに、結びつけて、故障を予知することで、お客様の快適な運転 ご使用をサポートするという仕組みを、検討中といいますか、構築中でございます。トヨタもですね、お客様の状況の見守りのために、車両の運転状況をリアルタイムで把握するための DMC、デジタルコミュニケーションモジュールと呼んでおりますが、これの全車搭載を、新しいモデルから徐々に始めております。販売店の、これによって販売店のサービス体制もさらに強化することが必要になります。多くのお客様の多様なご使用方法により、車両にかかるストレスはさらに増加し、先ほど申し上げたように、稼働率も格段に高くなってきております。つまり、故障のリスクが増大をするということでありますので、点検の頻度や点検の項目、これらの見直しも信頼性の向上には不可欠だというふうに考えて取り組んでおります。
Not only Toyota, many automakers are currently exploring ways to ensure a comfortable mobility experience value for customers by connecting the OBD system with service centers to predict failures. DCM Toyota is also aiming to equip all its vehicles with a DCM, digital communication module, to protect the drivers by monitoring real-time driving conditions. Further enhancement of the dealer service system is essential too. Since more customers are sharing and using cars in different ways, the extra stress and higher operating rate increase the risk of breakdown. Thus, there are also needs to improve reliability through a review of inspection frequency and scope.
お客様のさまざまなニーズに合わせたこの価値を創出するバリューチェーンといいますか、これはですね、従来の単にいい品物をお客様にお届けするというよりも、格段に複雑かつ不安定なものになります。極論をすると 100% 正解のない、非常に曖昧な事業の推進環境が生まれてきた。その下で、それでもお客様満足を得られるためにはですね、最新のビッグデータの解析によるお客様の行動の予測、それから 5G 通信や高機能センサーで実際にお客様がどういう行動をとっているのか、どういう状態にあるのかを確実に把握できる監視、それから即座にその状態に対して最適なソリューション、解決方法を提案できる、分析、これはもう当然 AI のような機能が必要になってきています。すなわち、先ほど申し上げたウーダサイクル、ウーダループをきちっと回すために必要な人材というのは、DX 人材だというふうに申し上げましたけれども、まさにその通りであります。トヨタもですね、2016年から、デジタル人材の育成と、これが最重要課題だということで取り組みを始めております。トヨタはですね、3つのカテゴリーで、まず社員全員には初級の資格を取ってもらう。初級というのは、いわゆるデジタルトランスフォーメーションとは何だという、基礎的な知識を全員に習得してもらう。で、2番目が中級でございます。これは実際にデジタルトランスフォーメーション、この技術を使って問題解決や業務改善、こういうものをできる、この人材を各部署最低1名以上に配置をするということでございます。で、上級、これはですね、社内のデジタル人材の育成をする チーム、これを構築するということで、今現在、アカデミアの先生方のご助言もいただきながら、進めております。
To achieve customer satisfaction in this ambiguous business environment where there is no 100% correct answer, we need to incorporate technologies such as big data analytics, 5G communication, and high-performance sensors into our value chain to predict and create value tailored to our customer needs. It is essential also to develop a system where AI can immediately propose corrective actions when problems occur, and also to incubate talent who are capable of DX technology and utilizing OODA loop. So in 2016, Toyota is organizing its employees' knowledge in 3 different levels. So in basic level, they require all employees to learn fundamental knowledge regarding DX. And in the intermediate level, at least one employee capable of utilizing DX in practical work is assigned to every department. In advanced level, a team capable of being in charge of in-house DX education program has been established as well.
最後になりますけれども、お客様の満足を生み出す、このプロセスが大きく変化をする中で、最後の頼りになるのは、TQM の実践で鍛え上げた、いわゆる現場力であります。とりわけ、その価値を生み出す、その現場において、働く人材の成長と職場の活性化、さらに仕事の成果の向上が期待をできる、この QC サークル、小集団改善活動はですね、お客様がお望みになる価値がどのように変わってくる時代でも有効なものと思います。大変素晴らしい活動であります。お客様のニーズの変化において、伴って、オフィスワーカーが主役のお仕事も多くなってきました。小集団改善活動が製造現場のものだけではなく、オフィスワーカーの人たちにも広げるための新たな手法の開発や活動の仕組みの工夫も大事だなというふうに考えております。
As the process for generating customer satisfaction is now changing significantly, it is critical to enhance the on-site capabilities through the practice of TQM. In particular, small group improvement activity have been and still is an effective way to develop employees, revitalize the workplace, and improve performance because it takes place right where value is created. With the shifting customer needs, many jobs are now led by office workers. Therefore, I believe we need to develop new tools and methods for small group improvement activities so it can be better transplanted into the office works.
今回の ICQCC2025 台北がですね、ご参加の皆様にとって、有意義なものとなり、これからの皆様方のご活躍とお仕事の成功に結びつくことを心からご記念申し上げ、私の話とさせていただきます。
Lastly, I wish that the ICQCC 2025 in Taipei would be a meaningful event for all of you here, and I wish you all the best and your future success. And that's all for my speech today. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Sasaki, for your wonderful speech and sharing. Let's welcome President Ye to the stage to present our letter of appreciation and the photo moment. Next, let's welcome Mr. Li Weiqiang, the Vice Superintendent of Taipei Veteran General Hospital, to deliver the second invited talk.
Good morning, distinguished judge and colleagues. Welcome to Taipei, Taiwan. My name is Weiqiang Li, the Vice Superintendent of the Taipei Veteran General Hospital. It's my honor to share our achievement to attain the quality breakthrough from the integrated leadership, the engagement, and the digital transformation. First of all, I introduce myself. I'm a gastroenterologist doctor and also a hospital health executive. I got my MD degree in Taiwan and my doctorate degree in United States Johns Hopkins School of Public Health for quality care. And later on, I also have some career in the government as a general director for in the health department of the medical affairs, also in charge of the quality care, and also I was the CEO of the Joint Commission of Taiwan. That's a non-government organization for the quality improvement and the patient safety. I have also joined some international quality associations such as ASQA, the Asian Society for Quality in Healthcare, and the international society like the ISQA. So from these roles, I have learned the sustainable quality care relies on system design, the transparent governance, and also the culture that learns from both success and failure. This is the agenda I will share you this morning. There are about 4 points. One is the challenge and the breakthrough opportunities. And then I will show how the government's policy from the top down to guide the quality improvement. And as the case of a Taipei Veteran General Hospital, I will show how the hospital engage to the policy and the continuous quality improvement effort. And finally, we'll direct the future direction for the continuous quality care. The first is a challenge and a breakthrough opportunity. I think I am maybe the person from the healthcare system in Taiwan, but not all of you are from Taiwan. So I would like to show you why I need to talk this topic here. Because first I want to show Taiwan's healthcare quality has been admired by many international rankings, such as the Medical Index. Taiwan has earned the highest quality of care for 6 years in a row. and also by the other index, such as the CEO World. And this city here, Taipei City, actually has also been ranked #1 in the world, and followed by another metropolitan city, Kaohsiung, in south of Taiwan. So I think you can see people here are lucky, just in case they got sick, they can get the high quality care and also at the most affordable cost. In the right part, you can see that's another survey by the HSBC Bank. You can see that Taiwan is on the right upper corner. We have the highest quality care and also at the most affordable cost. But how to achieve that? That's a big issue, because we have faced a lot of challenges in our healthcare society. First of all, Taiwan has the lowest birth rate in the world, even lower than South Korea, Japan, and Hong Kong. And that's a big issue. This year, we estimate we will fewer than 130,000 newborn in year 2025. That's the lowest number in history. So we are facing the workforce shortage, especially in healthcare, such as doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and the other healthcare professionals. The second is on the other side, this year, 2025, we are meet the standard of 20% of our people older than 65 years old, which means the super aging society of Taiwan. That's a big, many of you know that the old age creates a lot of the medical need and the medical services. And third, there's a growing the expectation for the high quality care and safe and affordable care. The economy of Taiwan is, I think, is good so far, but not all patients are equal. And there are still some middle and low income group. They are looking for more affordable costs, but they expect better quality of care based on our previous experience. And first, the last one is transparent benchmarking. There are a lot of the benchmarking, like the ICQCC, that push the hospital need to move forward, especially in quality of care. So based on this challenge, we need to, So fortunately, we have the breakthrough opportunities. That's the key agenda I will share with you this morning. First, we will show how the government can do the top-down policies, and then followed by the bottom-up engagement. Finally, I will also talk about how we utilize and leverage the ICT into our quality improvement activities. So first, I want to talk about top-down policies. Even though the quality control is still from the bottom up, but I think for the sustainable quality improvement, the government top-down policy is very, very important. And from my perspective, I think that's the most important driving power for all the hospitals in Taiwan. In Taiwan, we have the mandatory hospital accreditation every 4 years. That's a very important part, because I have been the CEO of Joint Commission of Taiwan. The Joint Commission of Taiwan is responsible for the hospital accreditation on a regular basis. And this hospital accreditation is most focused on the quality and the patient safety. So the standard of the accreditation will be renewed every 4 years, just based on the evidence-based medicine and many other best practice standards from the world. But on the other side, Taiwan has introduced the universal health coverage for 30 years, since 1995. And our reimbursement benefit, the incentive, are linked tightly with our accreditation performance, which means in Taiwan, all the delivery hospitals have 3 tiers. The highest medical center, followed by regional level hospitals, and then the third tier is the district level hospitals. For medical centers, they will be paid higher than the regional hospital and the district hospitals. So all the hospitals, they are eager to want to get the recognition as medical centers by the accreditation. So you can see the accreditation means the quality of care are tied together with the payment. So hospitals have the financial incentive to do better in terms of quality of care. In addition to the central government, there are also some local regular audit from our local health authorities. In Taiwan, by law, all the healthcare authorities will need to audit the hospital quality of care, patient safety every year. And finally, there are a lot of nationwide and hospital-wide quality parameters, and all the parameters will be released to the public. So our patients, they can see the quality of care, for example, length of stay, infection rate, and many others, and from the opening the resource. In this side, there's a healthcare magazine named the Kangjian in Chinese, and they will release what is the best hospital in Taiwan in terms of different disease. So let's create another pressure for the hospital to need to move forward in the quality of care. On the other side, the quality recognition system. In Taiwan, there we have a lot of benchmarking system in Taiwan. For example, the Joint Commission of Taiwan, they have the National Healthcare Quality Award, NHQA, every year. Many hospitals in Taiwan do a lot of effort to get the highest performance there, and also followed by the IBMI's SNQ, the symbol of quality care. That will be awarded by the president of the country, and followed by the other associations, just like the ICQCC. And actually, in Taiwan, many hospitals attend many international benchmarking systems. ICQCC is one of them. Actually, I think it's with a long history. There are also others, like the ISQA and the ASQA, BMJ, and the ICN. ICN is a nurse association, and IHI, and IHF, and etc. So there are so many national and international benchmarking systems which hospitals need to move forward and have some peer pressures in terms of the quality. And so how a hospital need to engage to the quality improvement activity. That's the point that I will share with you this morning. I will follow up, I think because quality, I think, is very important for hospitals. In Taiwan, because on the universal health coverage, they set up the price for each different services. For example, if I do an appendectomy for the acute pancreatitis, acute appendicitis, the cost is the same between hospitals. However, so the patient, they will search the hospitals and doctors, not based on price, but based on the quality of care. In Taiwan, we have about 30% government are government hospital, and 70% are non-government hospital. But under the same single-payer system, the payment for different surgery are the same between public and non-public hospitals in the same level. So patients, they can have free choice. They can pick up the best performance hospitals based on for their disease treatment. So we need to compete not by price, but by the quality of care. So that's I will share with you the case of Taipei Veteran General Hospital, how we engage. Taipei Veteran General Hospital was this is the 60 years anniversary. So it was founded in 1958. And actually it's the largest public hospital in Taiwan. And we have the mission. We are providing the highest quality and the safest medical service to veterans, their families, and the general public. So it is not just only serve the veterans, the retired servicemen, but also for all citizens. And our value is to treating patients as our own family and striving for the excellence. I think that means, I think that's the very important philosophy for our quality improvement. And just a profile, we have about 10,000 employees within a hospital and more than 3,100 beds in one campus. And that's including the 1,500 doctors and more than 3,000 nurses. Every day, we need to serve more than 10,000 outpatients, so which means about 2.5 million outpatients a year. And because we have a high occupancy rate, so every day we serve, I think, more than 3,000 inpatients. And as an academic medical center, we also need to do a lot of research. Many of them are related to quality of care. So we publish more than 1,000 research reports in SCI, the peer-reviewed journal. And over the past 2 years, this hospital also the only hospital ranked on the top 250 list of the Newsweek's top world-based hospital. At hospital, we actually, as a teaching hospital, we teach how to do the best practice for doctors and nurses, more than 3,000 trainees at my hospital every year. And so we got some recognition in quality of care from the global level and the national level and the regional level. For the global leading practice, as judged by the SNQ award, in the arrhythmia treatment, the Fabry disease, that's a kind of inherited disease for child, and also the renal anemia treatment. For some regional leading service in the osteosarcoma treatment, the headache and the other head and neck cancer treatment. And also, there are also many other national level leading practices from the hospital. But how we to do it good, and we are not satisfied with our result. We want to be better, because I think they are still the best practice in the world. So we have the engage to the quality improvement. That's chaired by, we have the committee, we call the Quality Improvement Committee, chaired by the President, Dr. Chen. He's a very famous orthopedic surgeries in Taiwan and also in the world. And I am the co-chair for the committee. So we have a department called the Quality Improvement Department, and so they will supervise more than 49 committee members of the hospital in each department. So our quality improvement, not just for the nurses, but also for the other department, the other professionals. And every year we will have some initiative from the bottom. We encourage our employees to identify the problem from the bedside, for the first line employees. They can set up, they can compose a QCC, and to trying to solve the problem. And the hospital will give them necessary resources and the help. And for the best practice within the hospital, we will encourage them to join the local benchmarking activities and even the international benchmarking activities, such as the ICQCC. And I think we have started our quality improvement initiative more than 20 years, from the QCC and then to the RCA and the FMEA, and there are many other quality tools. We have done that many years. For each one, we also encourage them to do that. And we also give them sponsorship to do the benchmarking activities nationally and internationally. So now, as a quality transparent benchmarking, we got a lot of awards from these activities. I think that's most important, not just the awards themselves, but we're trying to bring the external standard and the global best practice into our hospital's culture, such as from the ICQCC. For the awarded the activities, we were just involved in our standardized part of treatment. So I talked to the nurse head. I said, yeah, actually many initiatives have been standardized at my hospital, and also to be the reference of this country. I will talk a little about our history together with the ICQCC. And the Taipei Veteran General Hospital, our team have joined the ICQCC since year 2016. I think almost about 10 years. Over the past 10 years, except for in the COVID-19 pandemic year, we are not there, and we got 7 gold awards for the ICQCC quality competitions. So I think that's the reason maybe I here I can share with you our experiences. For example, in year 2019 in Japan, in Tokyo, Japan, we feel that we have the quality improvement circle. As there are many patients at the tertiary care hospitals, like Taipei Veteran Hospital. They are at the end stage of the heart failure. You know, it's very difficult, and many of them are very critical. But before our quality improvement initiative, many of them or their families still urged to do the many invasive resuscitation at the end of life. But I think like it's not, it doesn't make sense, because they have been the end of life. We need to give them the hospice care. So we have the quality improvement initiative. You can see the outcomes. The coverage rate for the hospice consultation increased. I think it's from the 5% to 42%. And the DNR agreement rate from the 26 to 78%. That's a very important step. Now we have extended from the end stage of heart failure to the end stage of the other disease, such as cancer and the lung and the liver disease. That's the most popular disease in Taiwan, especially at the medical center. Yeah, also another effort is in the year 2022 in Indonesia, and we improved the stability rate after the initial care and the treatment for the inpatient with pneumonia. You know, a lot of patients with pneumonia, their stability rate is very important, but still very low. So we are trying to combine the evidence-based medicine, you know, the PPE bundle, which means that the first one means the percussion. Appropriate percussion is very important for to trying to reduce the nosocomial infection. And second is for the postural drainage. And the third is for the expansion of the chest. From this evidence-based bundle, we introduced that by our QCC, and then you can see our stability rate improved from 73% to 91%, and also the length of stay also decreased to 1.5 days. So this one has been standardized, extended to the other part of the infection control world. Another one in year 2024, last year, we also got another gold award. That's for the control of the readmission rate for the cellulitis. You know, many patients, they got cellulitis, will receive antibiotic treatment within the admission. However, for this patient, because we have the DRG system, so you cannot to treat all the cellulitis for 2 or 3 weeks within hospital. We needed to discharge and to continue treatment at home. So we initiate a quality control circle, and we combine the treatment, the information linked together from inpatient to outpatient and to the home care. So we set up an APP and trying to teach patients how to control the cellulitis treatment at home, and also can give them the antibodies at the outpatient basis, not the inpatient basis. And this has been very successful. You can see our readmission rate dropped from the 18% to 7%. So that's a very important part. Now, this system has been the reference for the nation. And not only for cellulitis, but also for all the other diseases that rely on the long-term antibody treatment. Now we have set up the OPAT, the outpatient antibody treatment clinic, for not in the Taipei Vendor Hospital, but also for at the other hospital. And so that has been the national reference. And actually this year, we have 3 QCC to join the benchmarking in Taipei. The one of them is for the after pneumonia, after COVID-19, the lung resuscitation, non-rehab. We set up the AI-based APP to help our patient to fasten their lung rehab. And I think we need to move toward to the AI, the smart hospital, and there are many ICT in Taiwan. You know, Taiwan is actually famous not only so for the semiconductor production, but also for many ICT. So since about 5 years ago, we have introduced the many ICT tool to our quality improvement initiative. We call the ABCDEFG. A means the AI or AIoT, and the BI and the blockchain. And so followed by the cloud system-based applications and the data, and recently we also developed a digital twin to fasten the treatment and the edge computing, the 5th generation transmission, and also the most popular, the generative AI. We have introduced all these tools at our quality improvement. But we are not an IT company, we are hospitals. So our focus are 3 parts. The fourth important part is the first end, to improve the quality and the patient safety. I think that's the most important part, and also just want to introduce to our traditional QCC tool. For example, we have the many APP applications on our mobile phone. So patients, they can access their information before coming to the hospital for outpatient visit. During the visit, they can continue to monitor their situations, and after visit, they can get their information, their study result on the cell phone, and using the telemedicine to communicate with their medical teams. In Taiwan, I need to share with you, for all the 23 million people, all the medical information will upload to the MediCloud. That's run by the government. So the patient and their doctors, family, their medical teams, their family doctors can access their information online 24 hours after their visit. So I can also access my information. You can see the phone. There's every person in Taiwan, we have an account. So from the account, I can see all my medical information over the past 3 years, including the hospital-based, the primary care doctors, pharmacists, many others. And also we are trying to connect the IoT information, such as the information from my smartphone and the smartwatch and many other IoT. They are very important because we can avoid the duplication of medical services, especially for medication safety. And this is a year of AI. We also apply many AI into our clinical decision support. I think that's also an important part for the quality improvement. For example, we have using the electronic cardiogram, the EKG. We can use that to predict many, for example, the heart failure, the risk for heart failure, the Brugada disease, and the pulmonary hypertension. We have also introduced the AI in our endoscopic study to be a conductor for our gastroenterologist, another supervisor. And also we do that in the metabolism. We adopt the retina AI for the diabetes risk screening and the risk prediction. For dialysis, Taiwan, unfortunately, we have the highest prevalence rate and the incidence rate for the end-stage renal disease. And we have more than 90,000 patients are under regular dialysis therapy. And we have introduced the AI system to keep the safety and to ensure the quality of care during the hemodialysis to avoid the sudden onset cardiac arrest and the overdrive. There are also many others have been induced in Taiwan. In my hospital, there have been more than 60 programs of AI are under study, and about more than 20 of them has been adopted in our clinical practices. For example, we have also introduced another AI, rapid AI for the patient with the cerebral stroke. You know, we need to get the most critical time, the golden time, to make a decision for a patient with a stroke. Do we need to give them the RTPA or the EVT during the 25 minutes? Now, after introducing the AI, we can shorten the time, and so we can save the life and to reduce the long-term sequel for the stroke. This system has been used in the offshore island like Jinmen, and because there is not, there's no neurosurgery or NP doctor every day in the offshore island. AI has also helped us to diagnosis and as early as possible for the neuropsychiatric disorders. So this we use our database for the PET and the functional MRI. We can identify the schizophrenia and the specific precise location for all activities and give them appropriate treatment after the quick diagnosis. This system also being adopted and used for the Alzheimer's disease detection and the treatment. All these two AI has been got a recognition for Edison Award in the United States in early this year. We have also adopted the robot. You can see two robots in the first floor, but we also adopt the robot and in the daily practice. In my hospital, actually, every day we need to practice more than 3,000 the blood drawing and test tube, so that the robot can help our technicians to dispense and deploy the test tube and send it to the central lab. And we also use the robot at our isolation ward to avoid to decrease the work burden for our nurses and doctors, and also for the isotope, we call it radioisotope isolation ward, because after the treatment by the radioisotope, there is still some emission for our radiation. So we, for the first 3 days, we use robot instead of the nurse to help our patient in terms of medication and the other food deliveries. We are introduce more and more robots at our daily practices. And also, but in Taiwan, we are facing the biggest challenge is still for the chronic disease. For example, the diabetes, chronic kidney disease, hypertension, heart disease, and for the Asian population, they have the muscle weakness and the other disease. So we are creating, as a team, creating an app to create a personalized data platform. So all the information for a person will be linked together within the platform. And so all the information like the vital sign, their glucose level, A1C level will be put together on a platform and will be accessible to their doctors. I think that will be a good method to help our patient, especially for chronic disease control. This is a table for our the pilot study. So this is not only just for the within hospital, but also for those who are living in the long-term care facilities, including diabetes, sleep disorder, dementia, and many other diseases. And these systems are now linked together with the government medical cloud, as I mentioned earlier. And for the quality control, we need to the data parameters, quality parameters, also for the dashboard. So we are combining the AI and the BI together to give the dashboard. So our doctors, nurses, they can see the almost real-time information for the quality improvement initiatives. So in Taipei Venture Trust, we have now more than 500 Power BI parameters at our dashboard. They are all from the bottom up, because I think that's not I ask them to do that, because I encourage them to do that, and I will teach them how to do how to utilize the Power BI. It's not difficult once you familiar with them. And I think that's a very important part of for the quality improvement. We can just not do within the hospital. We need to work together with the other hospitals, and not only hospital, but also with other ICT companies. Fortunately, Taiwan, we have many national and internationally well-known ICT companies, such as the Microsoft, ASUS, Acer, and the Fastcom. And there are also many different level hospitals. We work as alliance for the quality improvement. Just last week, we signed a MOU with the Fastcom. And I think most of you know that the Fastcom is the largest assembly factory in the world for many, many devices, including the iPhone within your pocket. So I think that's a very important part. We work together, and because we want to learn their efficiency and their quality control methodology, as well as our co-create a new year. A new year, we are combining the two knowledge together. One is from their side, their AI algorithm, and their robot, and their digital twin. And from the medical side, we will contribute the domain know-how for our knowledge in terms of the cardiovascular disease, cancer treatment, and many others. So I think that's the win-win solution for both sides. And I see that's maybe the direction, it's the right direction for the continuous and sustainable quality improvement, at least for the hospital. Finally, I want to make a conclusion and here give some take-home message for all of you. First, I think that for the sustainable quality improvement, the government level policies, I think that's very important, and they will set a very clear standard. In Taiwan, I think the Ministry of Health and Welfare and many other organizations, government or non-government, we think this is very clear. We need a high quality of care, and there's no discount for that. And all the policy, no matter the accreditation or the universal health coverage, we are moving toward the same direction. Second is, I think the leadership and the culture will sustain the motivation. the leadership not only for the government level, but also for the hospital level. And all the hospital managers and the senior doctors, we need to set up the leadership is the key point that will drive and the continued and quality improvement. And first, the continuous TQ and engagement will ensure the evolution. It's not easy, but I think we need to do all the best to encourage our colleagues within the hospital to do the continuous quality improvement activities such as ICQCC. I think that's still a very important part. And we also need to introduce the ICT and the even AI to keep us ahead, because that's the new world. I just listened to the experience from Japan. Even for Toyota, that's our benchmark 20 years ago. But now Toyota is still our benchmark because Toyota is keep learning, keep improvement. There are a lot of competitors for Toyota. So that's what I learned from the previous presentation. So I think that's the same story for the hospital. And finally, we need to keep the international collaboration that can broaden our impact. And the Taipei Veteran General Hospital will continue to join the ICQCC now and in the future. And hopefully, my colleagues can get a good performance this year in Taipei. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Li, for your insightful speech. Let's welcome President Ye to the stage to present our appreciation trophy and the photo moment. The opening ceremony and morning session will conclude now. All the guests and representatives, please go to the dining hall on the 3rd floor for lunch. All the judges, please go to the dining hall on the 4th floor and remember to go to South Lounge for the preparational meeting. We wish you wonderful sessions of presentations and exchanges. Thank you for your participation. See you in the afternoon.